What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video. Today we're going to talk about JND Studios announcing finally that they are entering the 1/6 world. So, what does it mean, for us collectors? That means more option, which is always great. What does option really means though? That means, we can get something that hasn't been offered before, something that InArt stepped in and we never really knew that it was possible to get those kind of like hyper realistic figure. And I use the word hyper realistic because JND uses that word a lot in the statue game. JND stepped in, and a lot of people now are saying, they might be, the hot toys of statues because of how they make their statues, like really lifelike. Statues is known for having dynamic poses, but not necessarily as far as likeness. It's always there, but it's not quite Hot Toys quality, right? Like as far as head sculpt is concerned, the paint application and all that stuff, it feels like the dynamic, the telling of the story, the base. Obviously, statues always have that advantage, but JND walked in and kind of just gave like a Hot Toys that is quarter scale, third scale, half scale, that has that quality, and they made some noise about that. It feels like they're the most expensive kind of like statue maker out there without the fancy base and dioramas and all that stuff, switch outs. You don't really see that. They're just museum quality, and they call it hyper realistic. And look at this Wonder Woman right here. Now, personally, I haven't owned any JND statue, nor I don't think I will ever own one, just too rich for my blood. But without looking from afar, it feels like they're a bit hit or miss. More hits, obviously, but look at this comparison right here. It feels like the one on the far left, which is Queen Studios. I feel like it's stronger than the one on the far right, which is JND. The one in the middle is not what was advertised, which is Blitzway/Prime One. Even this Christian Bale right here, it doesn't feel like it kind of looks like him. Even this Joker from JND, it just doesn't feel like. If it was 1,100, cool, but we're talking about thousands of dollars here, like 2,500. This Artiflex looks great though, I must admit. This one, I think they captured this. I don't know if it's 100%. It looks 100% to me, but this one, the Clark Kent, I believe it looks great. The Superman, I don't know, not so much. Maybe it's the hair, I don't know, the expression. But again, this is the Joker from JND. I don't know. I don't feel like they quite captured him nicely. Now, there's even this Arwen looks great. I don't know if it's 100% her though. And for again, I'm not saying they're bad, but for the price that you're paying for, you're kind of expecting a little bit more. But with that being said, I welcome them in the 1/6 community. The biggest question for me is that what else would they do that InArt is not providing? Because InArt kind of opened another door for 1/6 collectors that kind of we haven't seen before. We've seen before InArt came in, we thought Hot Toys was super realistic, and then they walked in the door and just kind of kicked it. Like, hey, this is like a miniature quote unquote JND, but it moves. Now JND came in the picture, and what can they really offer? How can they make the InArt? Because right now it looks like JND is going for InArt, right? Like InArt is going for Hot Toys, but JND, because if JND does something better than InArt, I'm assuming they're gonna get the same IPs. I think Star Wars and Marvel is locked in with Hot Toys. Now, with that being said, can JND provide the experience of buying that InArt cannot? Because for me, the biggest hurdle for InArt is how you buy them. Because they don't have any distributor here in the US, so you have to go through secondary market, like the Hong Kong retailers and all that stuff, which is for a figure that much, some things do happen. I'm not really that comfortable yet, with the releases that they had. I don't know how much reliable, if there's a spare parts that you need to, I don't know. But if somehow J&D can get, let's say, Sideshow or Big Bad or somebody like that from here in the US can distribute their products, because I don't know, because I know JND, even Warner, they don't have global license for them. But what if, JND gets that? Can I think that would be significantly in their favor, especially if they can produce almost the same quality. And I don't doubt their quality. I mean, look at the products that they're producing here. Now, what does it mean for us collectors? I mean, what is their first product? Is it going to be Joker again? Because Joker is always being bought by people. But InArt came in a perfect storm because there was no artisan Joker yet. The only option you have basically is DX11. So what are they going to do? If I was JND, I would go for Christopher Reeve's Superman, just in line with their release for their statue. Because what is the option? This Reeve Superman from Hot Toys that is, I don't know, 10 years old, that has some neck issues. It's still pretty good. I do have that. But collectors are longing now for another Christopher Reeve Superman. They can do a 2-pack, kind of like what we did with statue. So that is a good first release, in my opinion. This is going to be more of a, how can they top JND at this point? I'm sure their goal is eventually to get into Hot Toys, but Hot Toys IP is just so strong that it's kind of hard, because you can make the best Pennywise out there, and at the end of the day, you made a Pennywise. Like, how many of those are you gonna sell? Right? Like, the goal for these companies is to make money. As much as they're creating art here, I'm pretty sure their goal is to make money, and to make money, people has to buy your products, and for people to buy that, they need to like it, and most likely right now, Star Wars and Marvel, even though they're not that strong movie wise, but Ahsoka's doing pretty well, so we will see, but again, this is great, because I want to see as well, are they gonna push the price higher? Because right now, the average price for InArt is like $500. Are they going to come in at $700 or $600? So we'll see. Are they going to kind of lower down InArt because they walked in, kind of like, hey, it all depends, right? But I'm interested to see in the upcoming months or years, what kind of impact are they going to make? Like, are they going to price us out? Or are they going to price themselves out? Or are they going to help lower the bar? For example, if they came in with, like, let's say $350, that would force InArt and Artisan to lower their price as well. So that is a win for the collectors. But I'm interested to see that. I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel. And we'll talk about this more in the upcoming days. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.